Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm a little bit late on the bandwagon. It is spring, so I thought I would do a spring inspired makeup look for you guys today. I played around with some pinks, purples and oranges, and this is the look that I came up with. I also did a review on the Canded from Revlon foundation. I also did the review on that, so if you guys stay tuned you will see that. And yeah, if you guys do like the thought of this video, please give it a thumbs up, and without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first product I'm going to be using as an eyeshadow base is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This is in the shade Cashmere. It looks like this. And I'm just going to apply this to my lid. So it has like a tacky base for my eyeshadow to stick to. I'm just going to blend that in with the 142 Concealer Buffer Brusher from Zoeva. And then the palette I'm going to be using is the Tropical palette from Foschini's All Women. And this is the one with the 15 eyeshadows. It looks like this. I'm going to be mostly playing around with this orange and then this pink. Okay, I'm then going to take this orangey shade over here on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to soften up those edges. Okay, don't stress as yet. I know it looks crazy. We're gonna clean it up afterwards. I'm now going to take this like a Barbie pink color with my finger, and I'm just going to apply that to my inside of my lid. Ooh. Oh, that is so nice, and the colors go so nice together. I was a bit stressed. I'm then going to go in with the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, and I'm just going to take this dark brown shade over here on a small definer brush, or like a dense brush, and I'm just going to apply that to my outer corners just to give it a bit of depth. I do have a little bit of fallout from that pink shimmer shade, but it's nothing too bad. Luckily I don't have any foundation on as yet. I'm going to just wet my brush. This is a pencil brush. I'm going to take that same dark shade and I'm just going to run that along my lash line. As close to it as possible. Okay, so next up I'm going to take a wet wipe. This is the Klicks Skin Essential Facial Wipes, and it looks like this. I'm just going to take one of them and just clean up the edges. Just wrap it around my finger. that. And then I'll do the same on this side. Okay, I'm just going to apply some falsies off camera and then I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I'm back. I just applied some falsies. For foundation today, I know I'm late to the party. Please do not tune me about this. I'm going to be using the Revolution Candid foundation. This is in the shade 240 Natural Beige. Now, because of the whole lockdown thing, and as you guys know, you can't go and test your foundation. There's no testers for you to try out. But I kind of think this might be or the perfect shade or a little bit too light, but definitely not dark. I prefer foundation when it's a little bit lighter, especially if it oxidizes. It can change more or so to your skin tone, and if it's a little bit too light, you can always fix it with some bronzer. So what I'm going to do is I already prime my face. It has a pump applicator. I'm going to apply a few dots on my face, and with half of my face I'll be blending it out with my makeup marshmallow, and with the other half I will be using a foundation brush just to see how it applies. I'm just going to put about 2 pumps on my hand, and then I'm just going to dot this all over my face. Shade isn't that bad, but we'll see now when we blend it out. It has a little bit of a pinky undertone. I might need more in a sec. Okay, so I'm just going to I'll do this half of my face with the makeup sponge. The color isn't far off, it's just, like I said, it has a pinky undertone, but we can fix that. Okay, and then with this side, I'm just going to be using a foundation brush. Okay, so the sponge makes my skin look more skin-like, and it literally presses the product into my skin, whereas the foundation brush gives it a little bit of texture. I definitely prefer the sponge. This is also a quite thick consistency of foundation, so it is, I wouldn't say hard to blend out, but I think it's not as easy as a liquidy one would be. Okay, so I definitely prefer the sponge. I'm just going to kind of like blend that all out. Okay, so I applied a second layer of this foundation, and I don't know, it's not very full coverage. I don't know if you can see, like, you can still see my blemishes peeking through. It's not a light wear foundation. It doesn't feel like light on the skin. I can see I'm wearing foundation, so it is, like I said, because it's a thick consistency, it's not like melting into the skin and making your skin look like skin-like. But then again, I haven't set it down yet, so let me carry on. I'm going to be going in with the same L'Oreal Infallible Concealer in the shade Cashmere. I'm just going to apply a few dots under my eyes, down my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin. I'm going to take the same beauty sponge and I'm just going to blend that out. This concealer is full coverage. Also thick consistency, so it would crease easily, so you have to like set it down straight away, but it is full coverage and it does its job. Now to set all of this in place, I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Warm Light. Looks like this. I'm just going to be taking this brush just so I can go, it's like a flat pointed brush. It is actually called a powder brush 106. I'm just going to press that on my lower lash line, like get as close in there as I possibly can. On the sides of my nose. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to set the rest of my face. Okay, so it definitely looks better now that it has been set. There's still a bit of texture and it does enhance my pores, but I don't know, I'll probably give this foundation a 7 out of 10 for the price. L'Oreal was probably one of the more pricey drugstore products, and I mean I've used drugstore products or foundations way cheaper that just gives me more coverage and I just like better, but that's my personal preference. Maybe it works for your skin type. I have a combination skin type, so yeah, like I said, maybe it works for you in a way, but I just don't think I would just buy this one again. Okay, I'm going to be going in with the Essence Sun Club matte bronzing powder. It is this big one like this, just on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to give myself a bit of a bronze because I look very flat right now. Then I'm just going to be setting my face with the illuminating makeup setting spray from Foschini's. This one, just give it a shake and just a few sprays. I'm really obsessed with this eye color. It doesn't like come off as vibrant as it is in like person, but I really like this. Okay, while this is drying, I'm going to take the Catrice Galactic highlighting drops and I'm just going to be applying a few where I would like to highlight while this is still drying down. I'm just going to take my sponge and just lightly tap that in. Just for that like natural glow. For lips, I'm going to be using this is the Essence lip liner in the shade 06 Satin Mauve. So it just looks like this, and it's like a nice pinky nude mauve color. I'm going to be using the Essence This Is Me 03 Bold. This is just a matte lipstick. Okay, my face is somewhat dry. It is dry. I'm going to take a fluffy angled brush and I'm just going to apply some blush. Okay, and then lastly I'm going to go back into my lower lash line. I think I'm going to pick up this purpley shade here just to finish off this look. I'm going to take a flat brush like so, just going to pop that purple on my lower lash line. Okay, so I just finished off my eyes with the Essence Wake Up Spring Jumbo Highlighting Pen. I just applied that in my waterline so it gives it that pop and it makes my eyes look bigger and more awake. And then I just finished off my lip with the Isabella Garcia. This is the lip gloss in the shade Coral Glaze. I would say this foundation, I'll probably give it now an 8 out of 10 because I've been wearing it, setting it down and things like that. I kind of can't be too harsh on it because it does what it said it would do. It covers medium to full and it is buildable, and yeah, it's just, I feel I still stay by my word where there is foundations in the drugstore that is cheaper and it just wears better. But if you have any thoughts on this foundation in your past that you have used or you would like to use it, please leave a comment down below. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe. And until then, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.